innovative and highly capable fighter model. American 5th generation advanced technology.
These are the machines that are supposed to revolutionize the concept of combat aviation.
A revolutionary pilot helmet that pushes the capabilities of modern American aviation to unprecedented heights. All this is about the relatively young model of US aircraft manufacturing, the multifunctional F-35 aircraft. Now, together with you, we will figure out what the fundamental feature of this Iron Bird is. What is the maximum speed of the F-35 fighter? What tasks does it handle on the battlefield? And perhaps the most interesting, why, despite the numerous advantages of this fighter, are potential customers and US allies not rushing to purchase this technological marvel? To begin with, it is necessary to define what 5th generation fighters are and how they fundamentally differ from their predecessors.
5th generation fighters are machines that are supposed to revolutionize the concept of combat aviation. First of all, they will be less detectable. What determines detectability? It is the radar cross-section, RCS. In 4th generation aircraft, it varied in whole square meters, from 2, 3 to 10, whereas in 5th generation aircraft, this surface is measured in tenths of a square meter, or even in hundredths. These aircraft will be exceptionally tightly integrated into all the control systems of ground forces.
The US Air Force has been known for its weaponry for several decades. Developers are constantly improving their achievements. And that is precisely why their Air Force was interested in creating a universal, multi-role fighter bomber that could perform complex takeoffs and landings equally effectively from both aircraft carriers and military airfields. The competition for the best aircraft was held under the JSF program, and in 2001, the F-35 fighter won, which was able to take off from a 150-meter platform, yes, quickly gain altitude, and also perform a vertical landing. Interestingly, in addition to vertical landing, one of the modifications of the American aircraft is also capable of vertical takeoff. Among the modifications of the F-35 fighter, three main groups can be distinguished. The F-35A, designed for standard takeoff and landing. The F-35B, which allows takeoff from a small area and has vertical landing capability. Sadiki and Ekti. The F-35C, the main variant for aircraft carriers, also known as the carrier-based version, as it supports catapult launch during takeoff key and vertical landing on the deck upon returning from a mission. The main technical characteristics common to all three models of the F-35 fighter are as follows. A rate of climb at sea level of 240 meters per second, a cruising speed of 850 kilometers per hour, a service ceiling of about 15 kilometers, and a total flight duration of 2 hours and 30 minutes. And this beast can be controlled by just one pilot. Beyond that, there are significant differences in maximum speed, flight range, and combat radius without refueling, depending on the modification. And of course, all F-35 fighters are armed with cruise missiles, guided bombs, air-to-air missiles, and anti-tank munitions. Moreover, specifically for several customer countries, the F-35 aircraft has even been equipped with anti-ship missiles.
Currently, all branches of the military, both the Air Force and the Army, which includes ground forces as well as the Marine Corps and the Navy, will have a unified type of aircraft, the F-35.
And so gradually we have approached perhaps the most interesting features of these Iron Birds, namely the avionics and the pilot's helmet. Let's start with the avionics of the F-35, which allows the fighter to detect ballistic missile launches at a distance of up to 1,300 kilometers, conduct tracking and enable targeting of each individual target in an automated mode, detect missile attacks on the aircraft in advance, neutralize enemy equipment and artillery, as well as patrol airspace day and night. But still, the main jewel of this fighter is the Rockwell Collins helmet, custom made for each F-35 pilot. The cost of one such helmet is about $500,000. Isn't that too expensive for just a helmet? Judge for yourself, considering the capabilities this tool provides to the pilot.
That means there's also a helmet-mounted targeting system. What does this mean? The plane flies forward, and the missile is guided left or right by the pilot's head movement up to 90 degrees, or even programmatically. It first launches forward, then turns around and flies towards the target. That is pursuing the F-35 aircraft.
In addition, the pilot's helmet includes several functions: targeting, the ability to control with head movement, voice, a panoramic touch display, and much more.
It provides the pilot with a 360-degree view because it receives information, not only from what the pilot sees with their own eyes, but also from the optoelectronic system and the radar system. Compared to the fourth generation, there is a revolutionary quantum leap in the aircraft's capabilities, both in striking ground targets and in evading enemy weapons.
But as is known, quality and technological advancement come at a cost. The price is indeed the biggest downside of the F-35. Despite the fact that more than 3,000 of these fighters are planned to be built, though to date, US allied countries periodically question the rationality of the enormous expenditures on American aircraft. Thus, at the end of November this year, the Canadian Ministry of Defense published its detailed report on the expenses for the planned purchase of 88 F-35 fighters throughout their operation until 2062. Besides the fact that one F-35 cost Canada $164.8 million, further operational expenses for each aircraft over the planned 45 years will amount to an additional $448 million. The numbers are colossal and, frankly speaking, intimidating to many. Therefore, the main customer of Lockheed Martin's expensive products remains the US Air Force. As for the combat history of this aircraft, it is not yet very extensive. In the spring of 2018, the Israeli military leadership announced the use of F-35 fighters without any specifics. Most likely, the American aircraft participated in missile and bomb strikes on Syria. Also in 2018, the US Air Force conducted a successful flight from the deck of an aircraft carrier with the F-35B modification, after which the fighter bombed Taliban militants in Kandahar. That's all for now. Don't forget to leave comments about which types of weapons you would like to learn more about. Also give this video a like and of course subscribe to our channel so you don't miss new episodes of Arsenal.